Good evening, everybody. Gonna be starting in just a few. Bear with me. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Still kind of getting things set up here. Bear with me. Let's see. Gonna be getting the Discord panel up in just a little bit. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I am all over the place currently. Ugh. My allergies have been crazy lately, so if I cut out at certain points to clear my throat, please forgive me. Forgive me. Let's see. I'm starting a little bit earlier than I typically do. Just making sure I'm up everywhere. Okay. Looks about right. I need to pull up the heat. Second quarter, heater up 37-29. I'm going to mute the computer for a sec so you can... I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for getting the audio, so we want to make sure that we don't do that. You know what? I'm going to pull it up on my tablet. Because I'm not trying to get no viruses. So many ads. Uh-huh. Gee whiz. Oop, Embiid got hurt? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Embiid's on the ground. What happened to Embiid here? Oh, the ball hit him in the face. In his face mask. Yikes. Yep, Embiid is on the bench right now. So, all right. It's been kind of a, well, I guess it was a more productive week than we've had the last few days. The Sony Michel signing is the most recent news that's come up. So I'm kind of curious what everybody thinks about it. I have my take. To me, it feels kind of like feels very much like an insurance policy more than anything for the running backs we already have on the roster. Sorry, I'm currently having issues here. Here we go. All right. I'm here. I am present. We'll see what comes of the Sony Michel signing. We can go over a little bit of film maybe and see what we like. Really, Sony Michel's, he's just, he's all right. He's basically a downhill runner. He's kind of, I don't want to say he's a one-trick pony because that confuses people, but, he can, when he gets into open space, he can do some things, but he doesn't really have a lot of moves to make guys miss. He doesn't get a ton of yards after contact. He's not great catching the ball. He's just kind of average at everything, I guess. If he can get through the line and get into open space, he can stretch a play, but beyond that, he's kind of just okay. I know there's some fans that are talking about they're not super happy about it, or they think that he's more than just an insurance policy because he's got guaranteed money on his contract, but I haven't really found any info on that officially. They haven't. Let's check Spotrac and see what they say, but I haven't seen anything about the specifics of the Sony Michel. The other theory is that Raheem Mostert could have a setback with his torn ACL from last September. So maybe Sony Michel was to fill that role until Mostert can come back, if he can't come back at the beginning of the year. He did pretty well last year with the Rams. He had a great rookie season and then just never really did much after that. But with the Rams, he was okay. We could pull up his stats with the Rams. Uh, 208 attempts. Let's see, 208 attempts, 845 yards, 4 touchdowns. 845 yards on 208 attempts is not bad. That's the closest he's gotten basically since his rookie year. He had 209 attempts for 931 yards, averaging 4.5 yards a carry. I mean, that's pretty good. Receiving, he last year had 21 receptions, 128 yards, a touchdown. Not super impressive. That's not why he's going to be here. We've got plenty of guys that can catch the ball. He's just going to be a downhill runner. Maybe change the pace back just to give some of the guys rest. Or if Mostert is not available because he's got a setback with his injury, then it starts to make a little bit more sense. I don't hate it either way, but It's definitely an intriguing signing. It doesn't make too much sense. Oh man, TD's on. No wonder nobody's here. TD's on. Miami Sports Fanatic show's on. Everybody's on. They're leaving me here to dry. They're leaving me out to dry. But let's see. I mean, football-wise, there's really not trending. I mean, on Twitter, I don't know if we've seen they did a start bench cut on Twitter, and cut DK has been the big thing between Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and DK Metcalf. It's kind of interesting how he's. I'm not sure, and people are not giving DK Metcalf the respect he deserves. It's very odd. I think DK Metcalf is probably better than Justin Jefferson, and you could make a case that he's better than Jamar Chase right now. Jamar Chase he's 1 year in. It's a little too soon to sign that check. Heat are up 54-36 with 2 minutes left in the second. Still a convincing lead. Really would hope to see them turn it around today. Curious to see. Duncan Robinson's only been on the court for 5 minutes. So it's interesting because Spoelstra was saying after the game that, once they looked at the stats, he was asked why Duncan hasn't been on the court more, and he said, after looking at the stats, probably could have helped us out there, but here we are again. We do have a 6-point lead, 56-42. But still no Duncan on the court, which is odd. I mean, you're paying the guy $90 million, and he's right in the bench. A little odd. You got stress on the court right now with Depot, Bam. Depot gets fouled. Oh no, he ran out of bounds. It's just odd. This series has been really weird. They're playing Philly strange. It just doesn't make sense. 50 seconds left in the half. It's 42-56, so still 42-56. Ooh, hard foul. Whoa. Yikes. Yikerinos. That was a really hard foul on Maxey. Jimmy hit him pretty hard. All right. So one question I was hoping to ask once we get the panel up and running this evening, I'm curious what people think. Tua has not been a captain since he joined the team. Going into year 3, I'm curious to see if he's going to make that leap as a leader to, convince the team that he should be the captain. I know leading up to this season, he's not really been interested in being the captain, and he's done his captain speech, and it's been very not interesting and not good enough to convince anybody, that's for sure. So I'm curious if part of that was because he just didn't want to be a captain with Flo as the coach, and maybe McDaniel kind of pushes him to take on that leadership role. I will say that I'll be a little bit nervous if he is not a captain this year. It's going to be a little bit problematic. Give me a second. I will return. Hey, Nabo, give me 2 seconds. My mic was muted. I was talking about Tua being the captain. I'm a little bit concerned. I've been a little bit concerned about how he hasn't necessarily been particularly interested in the role. He's done his whatever captain speech, and he's gone his way to try to do it, but he just really hasn't shown much of an interest. He basically says, even if you don't vote me, I'll still be a leader on the team or whatever. But I'm hoping McDaniel kind of pushes him to make a better effort to earn that role from his teammates. Nabo, you said you need an invite to the Discord? Okay. Okie dokie. Let's do that. I already have a permanent link, but copy, pasty. All right, I'm gonna hop in the voice chat.
Yo.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Who are you talking about for captain? I'm sorry, I missed it.
No, it's all right. I was talking about Tua.
Oh, yeah.
I was listening to X's and O's with Omar Kelly.
Yeah.
They were talking a little bit about, in the past how when he was running for team captain, that he didn't seem too enthusiastic about the position or the role.
Yeah.
But they also said for a guy who maybe knew that his head coach didn't like him too much, maybe he wasn't super duper interested in getting a role that required him to be in meetings with him weekly in addition to whatever meetings he was already in. So I'm hoping McDaniel pushes him to kind of want that role, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah, he has to want to actually be that type of player. But, Okay, so to give you an example, my hockey team, San Jose Sharks, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So our captain was Owen Nolan back in the day, and he was like the dude that talked a lot and went out and on the ice and just beat the crap out of people, and he did everything. The guy that got drafted his first year, he was a rookie, but he played like through his whole career, was Patrick Marlowe. And Marlowe was the quiet guy. He's very much like Tua, where he doesn't say a lot. He just goes out and he does what he's got to do.
Yeah.
but he was captain for a really long time. And then it got taken away because they thought that he wasn't leading the team, blah, 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 blah. And the fact that they took it away from him was as much of a like kick in the nuts to the entire team, not just to him. So there's like a little motivation there to make him like earn it back type of.
I feel you. Did I lose you there?
No, I'm here. I was adjusting.
Oh yeah, it cut out for a second.
Okay. No, I was just saying like it's when you have someone who has that type of leadership quality, you know, it's more about like you're saying, you know, you hope that they have the C on there and they actually, you know, go out and do what they got to do to put the right effort and the right preparation and all the stuff that they don't really need to go out and talk and say, you know, rah rah rah, go, let's go win, blah blah blah. But you hope that you see the correct things from the player, and this goes back to what we were talking about last stream, where, you know, is he watching enough tape? Is he preparing correctly? Is he helping others prepare correctly? All that.
Yeah, I feel it. I guess, you know, you want your quarterback to be like the captain, right? It's just like they're things that usually go hand in hand.
Back in the day, Ronnie Brown was the captain. Like, he was the one that ran the offense because we didn't have a quarterback, you know?
But we're supposed to have a quarterback now.
We're supposed to, right? That's what I'm saying. So maybe this is like I'm not saying it's the fact, but maybe this is just the indication of like, you know, this is not the dude for us. And I'm not saying that as like someone who doesn't like him as a person or a player. I don't know. This is just a what's going on.
Yeah, I feel you. I guess it's just my my personal taste. It could also be just not interested, right? I mean, maybe he just doesn't really care about a team captain. Like, it's just a role. I don't know.
Well, okay, so have you watched a lot of his college stuff?
What specifically about that? What do you mean?
Like him playing in college and like the championship game type of. Have you watched those or no?
Not heavily, not extensively.
Your Discord is doing that thing where it like doesn't.
It doesn't take my push to talk. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's probably because I have it's a Streamlabs thing.
I see your mouth moving, but not your voice. So I'm just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I didn't really watch too much of Tua like live. You know, I went and watched when we drafted him. I went and watched a bunch of film on him after the fact, but not really live games to really get a sense of any of that.
Yeah, so college football I just don't watch. I don't view it as like worth the time and effort, and I just don't watch it. So when we were having all this conversation about we drafted the linebacker, whatever his name is, Tyndall, and they played against Georgia, blah blah blah. So like I know those players now. I understand who they are. I understand it's a good defense, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I watched the game. It was 2018, not 2019, when they played for the championship, and Tua did not have a good game, and he was not a leader. He did not run the offense. The game went to overtime, and he actually got pulled. So I was watching that, and I was like, I don't understand how this dude was like almost a number 1 overall pick type of quarterback. Like I don't see it. So obviously, I need to go back and watch the year after and just see what changed, because that was his like freshman year. He was barely learning the offense type of situation. But when you're watching something like that, I'm paying attention to it and being like, okay, let me see what gets him in a rhythm. How does he lead? How does he talk to the players? Does he make adjustments? Like, they didn't even have a snap count. They would just literally, like, he would clap and they would hike the ball. There was no snap, no nut. It was very obvious when the play was starting. And so what I did notice was when he was playing in that game and he was struggling, he couldn't throw the ball. the receivers couldn't catch the ball. He'd throw a nice pass and they just drop it, and so his timing was off. He was frustrated, but they needed to score. They needed to keep the lead, whatever it was.
Sure.
And just like the Dolphins, the defense kept them in the game. Is what happened. But they had a very good running back that year, and he would take the ball and run it like 15 yards. He was just a knocking fools on the ground. He could run the ball really, really hard. And what I noticed was that with Tua, when he has that type of a running back, he does a lot better because it helps him sort of just calm down and he sees progress. And then he's like, okay, we can do this type of, that's where his brain was at. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I feel it's Tua is like an enigma. I don't get him. I don't understand him. I thought I knew like what I was getting with Tua, but the more layers that I really dig in, he's just odd. He's a little odd, no?
I think a lot of it has to do with that culture, and I mean like where he's from, his parents, and just the place that he comes from. So it's very much like a West Coast surfer, like just very chill, very relaxed, very calm. But then there's like this intense pressure on him as like a person and as a representative of that culture. And so that's where you get the, like, he's very good at PR. He's very good at the way he talks or the way he communicates and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's up, MCJB? He just hopped in. Yeah, like the other thing that I found interesting too.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
Hey, no worries, dude. We're here. The other thing that I remember seeing too, him coming out of the draft, was like how his dad really pushed him hard to get better when he was younger, and how they'd like go out every day and practice. I wonder if there's some kind of trauma there, some childhood trauma of like being overworked as a kid. I don't know.
I don't read it that way. There was another article I was reading. Again, this was all like back in 2018, 2019. But like he did an interview after the game, and he's like, "Well, I want to thank a few people, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And there was a quote that he gave. I'll try to find the story, but it was very. You can tell like there's some grift between him and his parents. Just not like in a bad way, but like he made some choices that they don't approve of or whatever. But there is like mad respect for one another. I'll put it that way.
Hey, quick question.
What's up?
Sorry to interrupt. Is it true that there's a possible chance that we can play on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Anything's possible, no? I mean...
Well, no, they were saying, somebody was telling me Detroit has like apparently two options to play on things. Not two options, but like it's two possibilities. They can either play the Bills or the Dolphins. I was hearing about that. I was like,
so there's a video that came out on Twitter or whatever. They were talking about the old way they used to do the schedule. And the example they were talking about was showing the path. So like if they make one decision, then it would determine the rest of the schedule for that particular team. So if Detroit plays us in Thanksgiving, or if the Bills play us in Thanksgiving, that was their two branches. And then they were talking about Christmas, who plays, and blah, 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 blah. That's where that came from. So right now they're trying to decide between us and the Bills as far as the Christmas game. The Thanksgiving game. And they were just trying to show like that whole process. But that's one of the, like, it's between us and them, basically.
Do y'all want to play on Thanksgiving?
That'd be dope. I'm down for it. Any primetime game that the Dolphins can be involved in is good for the Dolphins.
Oh, Drew, I'm gonna text you right now about that.
You cut off there. I didn't catch you.
Shoot. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna text you. Do you have Facebook?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you my name down here. Yeah. I'm actually gonna send you. Can I send a link from Facebook to Twitter?
Yeah, you could send a Facebook link on Twitter.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. I'm about to send you a link then. I mean that works. Oh, how do you didn't shit?
No worries.
It's called the excuse me. God dang. It's called Atlanta Dolphin Club, and I'm trying to fucking and it's good. And one of the guys is like who's in charge of it. His name is Scott, and he lives. I don't think he lives not too far from me actually. Anyway, he's part of the TPP. You're gonna see a lot about TPP, and he's gonna talk a lot about it. And
Yeah.
He's good people. I'm trying to fucking here we go. Copy link. Got it. All right. Sorry. We can go back to talking Dolphins. So. Sorry.
No problem.
But yeah, I just yep.
Did you ever watch? Okay, so you said you were watching X's and Omar's. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the one they did this week, or the one that I sent you when you're?
I think it was that one that you sent me.
Okay.
What
I don't know if you're done with it, or what do you think of it so far?
Yeah, I watched. I was listening. I was cutting the grass this weekend, so I was listening to it while I was cutting the grass, and I'm pretty sure I listened to the whole thing. So I'm trying to recall. I know one of the things they talked about was about him being a captain.
Yeah, well, okay, so there was a lot of it, but the main, like the interesting part for me was they were talking about. They asked Omar like, "What do you think? You know, are we going to go to the playoffs? How many wins are we going to get? Blah blah blah." They were talking about that because now we have like some sort of a roster. And then they got to the question after that, and they were like, "Well, are we going to go win the Super Bowl or what?" And he's like, "Yeah, we could." And then the guy gave him a bunch of shit for it.
Yeah. Yeah, like it was basically just all Omar was saying is like, yeah, if Tua becomes a top 10 quarterback, absolutely you can win a Super Bowl. Which I think anybody would probably agree to that. Like, if you have a top 10 quarterback on your team playing like a top 10 quarterback, you're gonna have a shot at the Super Bowl. That's kind of like, especially when you have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mostert, like all the weapons we have, and then the defense we have that we don't expect to really take a major step back.
Yeah, it just means that the whole engine is running basically.
Yeah. Go ahead, MC.
Sorry, no, I forgot to mute the mic. God dang it. Sorry, I'm watching the Heat game.
Oh yeah, I got up to 56-44. The second half just started.
Has it started for you? Because it started for me.
Yeah, it started.
Okay, got you.
What, mine might be a little bit behind.
Yeah, I got 58-46.
Yeah, mine's a little bit behind.
Now he's shooting free throws, so we may get more. My bad. Sorry.
No, you're right. No, I'm just, I'm making little shout outs whenever I see an update in the game. But yeah, my stream's a little bit behind yours. I got like a billion different things going on simultaneously.
Gotcha. So, never mind.
Well, I just dropped a quote in the chat that basically goes back to what I was talking about, but it's pretty enlightening, So I think.
Yeah, I'll read. You want me to read it?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, what I get from him as a person, it's not really weird to me because I've worked with, and I've had a lot of friends that are from the same region and the same culture, and they're not necessarily going to be the big loud. It's not that. It's a very reserved, but I think he and usually people that I've met are super smart. They work extremely hard, like that's just ingrained into it.
Yeah, it's another aspect of Samoan tradition is discipline. In 2018, the day of the SEC championship game, ESPN aired a controversial interview between Tagovailoa and Tom Rinaldi, in which the former said he was physically punished for not meeting expectations, whether on the football field or in the classroom. There's just a big lack of knowledge with our culture compared to other people's cultures, Tagovailoa said. Culture is different everywhere. People are raised different. I believe lots of kids in our culture thrive because of respect they give their parents and others in authority.
That's facts.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of really lived that, right, with the whole Flores thing. He never came out. Even to this day, he'll never say anything outright negative about Flores.
Yeah, exactly.
he won't say anything nice. He just says, I'm grateful that even when they asked him like, oh, was there anything good or bad? He said, I'm glad he drafted me. So that really speaks volumes to the, basically what he says here about the culture and respect for authority and parents. So, but I want him to become the authority. Tua needs to now be the authority.
Yeah.
But like you're right. He may just not be that type of guy, and maybe that's not a bad thing anyway.
That type of guy is exactly the way Peyton Manning was. Like he did not go out there and say like blah 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 blah. He just went out there and did it. And because he did that, everyone knew like this is what we need to do. This is what the standard is. This is
he set the example. But I mean, you could be the team captain and still set the example.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's the the people who aren't the loudest. When they talk, people listen. So that's just the way it is.
He seems to be winning over a lot of the team this year. We're hearing a little bit more positivity, I think, coming out than in previous years. And we're seeing a lot more, too. I don't know if that's intentional or just a side effect of, like, a new coach and, people just being excited. But, I don't remember the last 2 years seeing so much video of Tua and video of the, like the guys catching balls, and it just seems a little different this year.
I think he's trying to prove a lot to just, everyone that wants to understand the situation, because like everything this offseason has been just from the moment one has been crazy, Everyone's like, oh, we did good. We're 8-8, blah, blah, or whatever the hell, 9-8. And, oh, we just fired the head coach. He has a winning record, blah, blah, blah. And then that set everything in motion. And it speaks to, like, everything that was going on behind the scenes that we didn't know. And now everyone's trying to figure out what exactly is going on. What was the culture like? Is it actually different, or are we still dealing with all this shit?
Hey, guys.
We're up.
Hey, I got a trivia question for you, Drew. You may not get this, but you might. You ready?
Go for it.
Hold
Sorry.
Yeah. So besides a soccer team or foreign team, or like, I know what I'm soccer. Basically soccer. Name one team that's mascot name does not end with the S.
That the mascot name doesn't.
Kraken.
No, it has to be like actually like what
Kraken?
What is that?
I mean, TD
exactly.
Isn't TD doesn't end.
No, I'm talking about like any sport.
Yeah, NHL, the Kraken.
Damn, got me.
Got him.
I didn't even think about that. Mine was the Miami Heat.
There you go.
I didn't even think about that. Damn.
But what about TD? TD doesn't end with an S.
TD is not a sports team.
No, no.
TD's a YouTuber.
I thought you said no. I thought you were talking about the mascot.
What?
Okay, I have a list for you. You want me to go through it? Because there's like 30 of them.
Who is TD? What team is TD?
TD? No, not the mascot. I thought you were talking about the mascot.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the sports team mascot, like that Marlins, Braves.
Yeah, you said mascot. You didn't say the name of the team.
Fuck, my bad.
The mascot is like the name. Yeah.
Y'all know what the fuck I meant. I know y'all didn't.
There's the Red Sox, the White Sox, the Avalanche, the Heat, the Wild, the Thunder, the Magic, the Lightning, and the Utah Jazz.
That's oh shit! Ooh, oh my god! Yeah, I'm leaving. See ya.
That was a lot.
I got Google, man.
That was good. Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Damn! I got
Google is magical.
My cousin.
I'm surprised I knew one off the top of my head. That's all. That was funny.
I couldn't think of anything with my cousin. God, fuck.
I mean,
so
the
mad.
Heat is the easy one.
Yeah, we're Miami fans, of course.
Well,
All right,
not everyone's a Miami fan necessarily.
No, we are Miami.
We are Dolphins fans.
That's what
But I
I
know
meant.
there's some Nabo's not a Miami sports fan all the way through.
Yeah.
Who do you
that's
not like?
typically on here. Ali's a Lakers fan.
I only watch hockey and football, so like it's not
okay.
you know.
Got you.
I only really want to watch the
Do you
sport
live in
that I would
Miami?
like to play, and I never play football, but I'm a like freaking diehard Dolphins fan. So
Got you.
that's all Zach Thomas's fault.
Are you from Miami or Florida?
No, West Coast.
Got you. Yeah, me and Drew from the same area, so we're not from Florida either.
Well, no, I was from Florida originally.
Oh yeah, no, but you moved.
Yeah, I moved like 5 years ago.
That's crazy. When did you? Wait, what part of the year 5 years ago did you? Like what month?
It was I think it was at the beginning of the year. So
was it 2018 or 19? No, it has been 17. Yeah, 17.
Yeah, I don't recall exactly. I think it's been exactly. Oh no, I think it's been 4 years.
Got you.
Since I moved to Georgia.
So,
never look back.
What high school? If you have kids that were in high school, what high school would they go to? Do you know?
I feel like he's doing a book report.
Are you doing? This is an interview.
Wow.
The high school, like my kids now, like in Georgia, or in Florida.
Where your house is at? What district are you in for school?
Gwinnett. It's Gwinnett County.
No. There's more than one school. Like you don't get what I'm saying. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like I guess you probably don't know either.
Probably not. I mean, my kids are in school. I'm not gonna dox. I'm not gonna dox my kids' school.
No. I was because I went to high school in this area too, so I was just, and we played a lot of Gwinnett schools. Yeah. So that's why I was just asking. I went. Oh yeah. That's why. I'm sorry.
Throwing things off, MC.
I am.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about making an intro song for the stream.
I got you. Well, you can do that on this Twitch or Discord.
I could do anything. I could do anything. I'm not running the stream from Discord. You could show your face. You could turn your camera on through Discord.
It won't let me. Oh, you have to approve it, don't you?
No, I don't think so.
No, it says this channel has special permissions to use video in it.
Oh, I could fix that. I mean, if you want to get on.
I don't care. I was just like wondering because how are you going to show a video when we can't even show our own face?
No, I can show a video, but it's weird.
Yeah, you can do screen share.
So it's different from like it's not like FaceTime where you can't not like that. I got you.
You could put your camera. Hold on.
No, it's not a big deal. I'm still trying to learn this whole Discord thing. Sorry to throw everyone off.
I've been trying for 2 days to find the depth chart that was not week 1, like middle of the week or whatever, from last season. I mean, middle of the year from last season.
Come again?
I've been trying to find the depth chart from like the mid-season last year. The only one I can find is like the week 1, and it's not even close.
Yeah. We could probably arrange it ourselves if we really tried.
No, I sent it on Discord.
Oh, okay. MC, try your video now. See if you can do it.
All right, just sending a tweet saying, "Let's go." Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
6651 on my end. Oh, there you go. Hey! Let's go.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Let me put the.
Because I feel special. I feel special.
So the only thing that's weird about the depth chart is I have us in 3-4 instead of 4-3. So
look at my neck glow.
3-4. 3-4 instead of
Sorry.
4-3. But we don't know if they're gonna if we don't know if it's gonna be 3-4-4-3. Did they say?
Thank you. Give me that. Come on, let's go. Fast break. Hat. Oh, he got to finish that. Dude, I got to charge my phone to my battery. There it is. All right, time to go. Off the camera. Yeah, but how's everyone's day been?
Doing all
Pretty
right, dude.
straight?
It's
Pretty
been
good?
busy.
Oh, another
Super
day
busy.
in Crazy Town.
Another day, another dollar.
Drubatron is very quiet.
I know.
Yeah, I'm messing.
What's going on?
Sorry, no, like Streamlabs is bugging out, and
We almost missed the rebound.
switched to the
That's funny.
Yeah,
The
it's
Discord
not working
chat.
again. He's talking, but it's not working.
Dang it! Yeah, I'm messing with Streamlabs.
Oh no, you're fine.
The stream can hear me, but you guys can't.
Yeah.
Ooh, good pass.
So I know we talked about it yesterday off stream about the Sony Michel signing.
Yeah. Let me grab water. I'll be right back, and then you guys start.
Got you. We hold it down.
So MC, how are you feeling about Sony Michel?
I feel
What's
like
your
he's
take?
washed out. He ain't
washed?
been in the league that long, but I do feel like he's washed out. But I may be wrong, though. Who knows? I might be wrong.
You might be wrong.
He might turn up this year with our linemen. I don't know. We will see. But I really do think he's like...
Do you think he makes it to the 53?
Not injury prone. Yeah, injury.
You think he makes the 53-man roster?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah. With the running backs that we had and that we still have, yeah, for sure. I don't think he'll be a practice squad. I think it'll be like a third string, maybe fourth. Maybe second. Because this is my top 4 running backs. We got, I don't think Myles Gaskin is going to be starting. So, I think number one, we're going to try Raheem Mostert, number 1. Number 2 is going to be, y'all might curse me out for this. I'm not going to lie. But number 2 is going to be Myles Gaskins. Number 3, Sony Michel. And number 4 is that, what's his name? Who's left?
Do we have like 10 running backs right now?
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, I thought we had like 7 or 8 running. I don't know. Is Ahmed? Maybe? No.
Yeah.
I got to do my research one more time. But, like, I watched Sony Michel when he was at Georgia. He was a beast. When he came to Patriots first couple years, he was fine. But now he's like, I lost it.
Well, he was good.
That's what I feel. I may be wrong, though.
He was good year 1, and then year 2, he
got hurt.
He got hurt, and then year 3, he got hurt, and then he went to the Rams.
But did he do anything with the Rams?
Yeah, he did all right. I mean, I'll pull up the stats.
He played because this is the other issue I have with Sony Michel, but we'll dive into it. He only played because the guy in front of him got hurt.
So if it wasn't for that guy, he wouldn't.
And then they went to the playoffs, and he got benched because the guy came back.
But he played well in the time that he did play.
I know, but
you know what they say about running backs, right? Without a good line, what's the point of a running back?
So I would very much encourage, and I know it's like a pain in the ass, but if you want to watch highlights, or if someone wants to play a funny joke, go look at highlights for Sony Michel. And every time he gets tackled, just put in like a fucking fart noise or some shit, because it is ridiculous.
I knew you was
It is ridiculous.
I just had a feeling you were going to go with that. That's hilarious.
I mean, I got
he gets like touched by somebody's pinky and he just falls over. That's his highlight reel.
Yeah, he doesn't make guys miss.
Was this they're in the NFL or at Georgia? I'm guessing the NFL.
Last year when he was doing awesome.
Facts.
I was arguing with Big T yesterday, and I was like, dude, he gets up to the line of scrimmage, nobody's there. He goes through a hole, and he gets 4 yards. And he's like, oh, yeah, his yak is great. And I'm like, his yak is 1 point something. Like, that's nothing.
Hold on, guys. I just saw something Drew, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay. Are you talking yards after catch or yards after contact?
Either one, it don't matter. It's the same for him.
I was looking at PFF, and his yards after contact was like ridiculous, though.
When I looked at it yesterday, it was 1 point something. We were talking about it with Exhale. Remember?
Let me pull, because hold on.
I'm gonna pull it up. It's okay.
Drew, do you follow the Miami Dolphins on Facebook?
I believe so, yeah.
They had this Tua just threw a rocket. They showed a video of Tua throwing a rocket to Tyreek Hill.
Ooh, yeah, send me that.
And it looks like 45, maybe 40 yards, maybe 50. I don't know. I can't even talk. I don't know how to send it to you.
Well, we know he could throw. Put it in the Discord. So go into.
I might have to screen record.
Just you don't have the link.
It's not a link. It's a Facebook.
Oh, it's on Facebook. They probably put it on somewhere else. I wouldn't be surprised.
Let me check Twitter. I'll check Twitter. Hold on.
Yeah, it's probably on Twitter. Okay, so rushing
it
grades.
Looks like it's like 40 yards. I'm sorry.
And
see if it's on Twitter.
On that website, is there a way for you to sort by our team and look at all the running backs?
On PFF?
Yeah, what you got right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can actually show our running backs and the Rams running backs.
I have questions.
Send the Drubitron.
You just want to see our team right now?
No, what you got is good. That's fine.
Because I just pulled up Sony Michel. So if Sony Michel was on our team, he'd be the third best running back.
Yeah, right.
According to PFF, right behind Duke. No, he'd be the first. He'd be the second best running back behind Duke Johnson. Graded, second best graded.
Okay, so can you change the year on this or no?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to 2019 or 2020.
Okay. Oh, but I have the Rams here. He was in the Patriots in 2020.
Yeah, no, I know. That's fine. So look at the grade of like Mostert and all them in that year. What is it?
We'll have to pull up the 49ers to do that.
Oh, okay. That's a real awesome school.
Mostert had a 7.
Cardinals,
he would have been
Cardinals and Niners.
Cardinal and 49ers. Okay. So Mostert was graded. He didn't have the most yards, but he was the highest graded running back between San Francisco, Miami, and Arizona. And then Chase Edmonds, he only had 400 yards. Yeah, he only had 97 attempts that year, 448 yards. So you know, for what it's worth.
Yeah, and then we were talking about him yesterday, but there's Kenyon Drake right there.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Like Salvin Ahmed, he's up here, you know, really highly graded in 2020 and also in 21. He's graded pretty high for where'd he go? Now he fell off. He's not even on here. What happened? He might not have enough.
Maybe it's on like page 2 or something.
No, it's only one page. Hold on. Oh no, he's just at the bottom. So yeah, last year he did really bad for the Dolphins. He graded.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if he played a whole lot.
He only had 54 attempts, 149 yards, 2.8 yards per attempt. Not good. Okay, but we wanted to look at. Let me kick Arizona and San Francisco out of this. And let's throw in who are we talking about? Sony Michel.
Patriots, and then the Cardinals, and then the 49ers. Just to compare, like...
Oh, for 2020.
Yeah. Just to compare it from last year to this year.
Okay, so let's kick out the Dolphins. Let's throw in the Pats. Let's throw in not the Rams. Let's throw in the 49ers and the Cardinals. So Raheem Mostert was the second highest here, rated at 79.3. He only had 104 attempts for 500 yards, but he was averaging 5 yards a carry. Sony Michel was right behind him, based on the PFF grades. 79 attempts, 449 yards, 5.7 yards per attempt.
He does have a good I'll say one nice thing, and then I'm gonna get upset.
Then you're gonna trash him.
He does have a very nice, on paper, attempts, and then the amount of yards he gets based off of those attempts. But there is a very specific reason for that statistic.
His yards.
So look
per
at
attempt.
like broken tackles. Is that on here?
It should. So it does have here yards after contact. Let's see. Kenyon Drake had the most. He had the most yards, so that makes sense. Sony Michel, though, had 449 yards total and 269 yards after contact. Well, we can look at... Sony Michel had the highest average yards after contact at 3.4 yards per after contact.
Yeah.
That was last year. Behind him was Jeff Wilson, Damian Harris.
And who had the most big runs?
Let's see. So
Kenyon Drake,
runs
I'm
of 10
guessing.
yards more was Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
Then Damian Harris, obviously, with New England. Jeff Wilson with the 49ers. Sony Michel was right behind with 12. And Edmonds and Mostert were right behind him. Both had 11. Those were runs of 10 yards or longer.
Okay.
What is
so there
LMG?
like obviously just initial like, oh, we signed Sony. I'm like, mother, are you kidding me? Okay, so take a step back, blah blah blah, right? And I go and I look at tape and I'm like, what's going on? Why did we sign him? What is the player that they're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
And so then I watched the tape and I got more irritated, but I was also, I'll say, trying to be positive because they're getting the type of running back that I want them to get.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the guy who's going to run in between the tackles. He's going to get you 6 yards a carry or whatever it is. And he's just going to go right through the line of scrimmage and get you the tough yards.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at what Sony Michel does, the only reason why he had yards was because the offensive line got them for him every single time. It's real bad.
For who? For who again? For Mostert or Michel? For Mostert or Michel?
For Sony Michel.
Yeah.
Mostert, we were talking, I don't know if you were there or not, but he might be tagged on like IR until week whatever. That might come out, next week or something if he's actually injured.
But wouldn't he had to pass a physical to get signed?
Right, but what I'm saying is like he may have done whatever he had to do, and then like he was trying to get into shape, and then something happened, type of situation.
Maybe re-aggravated it.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because they have like short-term and long-term IR now, so maybe they just put him on there, and then they don't have to worry about him on the 53 for 4 weeks or whatever it is.
Why wouldn't that have come out by now though?
I don't think they want people to know because like it's something they can use against us if we're trying to trade.
Like if we're trying to trade for a running back, you mean?
Yeah. Like, you don't have a dude, so you kind of have to pony up something.
Well, I mean, we just went and got Michel.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, if there was other conversations going on.
Yeah, I feel you. I guess there's no requirement for teams to report injuries at the moment, right?
No. And like even when they go to camp, I think it's just like, did they participate or not, or was it limited, or they can give you any kind of reason they want.
I'm curious. I'm just looking. I just Googled Mostert. Omar Kelly did say, maybe he tweeted today. He was listening to Exhale's stream last night.
Yeah.
He said maybe Raheem Mostert rehab from his torn ACL last September made Sony Michel signing a necessity. So you're not crazy for thinking that. I don't think you're crazy. I mean, I think you're crazy, but not for thinking that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hold on, quick question.
Go for
I'm
it.
looking at the depth chart y'all put in the chat.
Yep.
Where's Raekwon Davis?
I'm sorry, he didn't make the team, dude.
He didn't make the cut. He didn't make the cut, dude.
Are you serious?
No, okay, so like that was like let me go through and just like get it down. But there's probably like some adjustment of like, oh, we got to drop this dude and then add this dude. And it looks weird because I can't add 3 wide receivers on there. I can only add 2. So it just looks weird.
Wait, is
to
this
me.
your depth chart prediction or?
Yeah, no, it's just like one that I was trying to see what it looks like.
I got worried for you. I thought this was actually the NFL show.
Oh, you thought they cut him or something?
I was like, what the fuck?
It has like official colors and everything, huh? They fuck with you.
I'm so dead. That's
dude. Here, I'm putting it up on stream real quick. I want to talk about it a little bit more, and maybe we can on stream once we get. I know I started streaming earlier than I typically do, so there's not like a lot of people around, and also TD's streaming right now, and freaking there's a couple of YouTubers streaming right now, so they're sucking up all my views. But
yeah,
I know Ali probably swing by sometime.
Sorry, go ahead.
What happened?
Miami 88, Philadelphia 61 in the third quarter.
Sounds like they're taking a.
They're
not letting this one go.
About?
They're not.
What was that?
I said, which player was he asking about? I'm looking it up on Spotrac.
Raekwon?
Davis.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't mean to run. I was just giving y'all an update.
No, you're right. No, the real inaccuracy in this depth chart is putting Skylar Thompson at third string and not first as the starter.
Yeah, I know.
That's the real travesty in this. But
okay, let me sort by. Okay, so Adam Butler is just getting paid a buttload of money. We currently have, and again,
so what happens when you don't have a real nose tackle?
Right, but what I'm saying is like this is you also have to keep in mind this is going from like a 4-3 to a 3-4, so cuts have to be made type of because we got to have 14 running backs, I guess. Adam Butler is the highest paid, so he's the dude that we keep. Raekwon Davis is probably the backup, or he's the play on running downs or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have John Jenkins, Benito Jones, Ben Still, and Jordan Williams, who's just pick a name from a hat. So when I did it, I just did who's the highest paid, and then pick a rookie.
I get you. Yeah, it makes sense. They're not going to really cut, somebody who's going to count against a bunch of money off the.
I think
unless they need to go.
I think with the way the roster is right now, one of the big advantages, or you can look at it as a disadvantage, is we have way too many defensive ends and way too many outside linebackers. So you can literally like flip-flop those just at the tune of a hat. And it's not like they're bad, it's just we have a lot of them. So
yeah, Landon Roberts, interesting. And then you have Calvin Munson. Who the fuck is Calvin Munson?
He's the rookie from last year that is the only one we have on the roster that is tagged as an inside linebacker.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah. So we obviously need a backup, dude. And then I would like to keep Jerome Baker outside, but I know last time he played inside Mike with Landon Roberts. So that's where I was like trying to find the old depth chart from like, week 14 of last season, but I couldn't find anything.
We're kind of screwed at linebacker now. I mean, looking at this now.
Yep. That's what I've been saying. Like we needed 3. We needed two in the middle, and we needed one guy outside. So we got the one guy outside, and we got one guy in the middle. We need one more in the middle. Which again, there's dudes available. Just go get them.
Michael Dieter at center also terrifies me a little bit.
Yeah, that's fine. He's training up the new guy. It's good. Who cares? You got to understand too. All that does is boost up the draft pick. See, teams got to learn how to tank better instead of getting caught by the NFL.
For real, dude. This whole tanking thing is not easy, apparently.
I don't. So that's why I think Seattle's doing it right. They're just like, we don't need a quarterback. We'll go with our guy.
Yeah, what's a quarterback? What
That's
even
the
is a
right thing to
quarterback?
say.
What even is a quarterback?
Geno Smith.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah.
Picked up one of those types of guys. I wanted to show here the video of Tua. Let me pull it up.
I'm trying to find the Sony Michel highlights. It's just, that's on the way.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's pull this. Let's see. Tua. Ooh, they did the slow-mo. Ooh, it's a beautiful ball. It's a little wobbly, but he let up a little bit. Tyreek had to slow down to catch it. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I
no.
have something that I want someone who knows more than me to analyze. I was watching the golf game where he was out golfing and shit, and it was like middle of the third quarter or beginning of the fourth, and it was like a back-to-back where they were showing highlights of Tua throwing a deep ball, and then they showed Lamar Jackson throwing a deep ball. And what stood out to me wasn't the distance; it was like the ease of how far Lamar Jackson threw it, like without even trying.
Uh-huh.
He launched that freaking thing. But the throwing arc is completely different. And so when we talk about Tua can't throw a deep ball, blah, 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 like maybe he's just never been taught how to throw it.
Well, the other thing is he's not even left-handed.
Right.
Which I still don't understand why. I think it was his dad that made him throw left-handed.
That goes back into there's some weirdness going on there.
He's not throwing with his dominant arm. He's not. It's weird.
So why don't they just be like, hey, this week you throw right-handed. Let's just see.
Yeah, just let him throw it right-handed. Just see what it does. What's the worst that could happen? The other thing too is there's this weird thing that happens. It's like a visual, like an optical illusion. If you ever see Tua throw, and you've probably heard people say, like, oh, it looks like he put everything into it and it barely got out.
Yeah.
Go watch video of Tua throwing, but flip the video. So it looks like he's throwing right-handed. I swear to you. I promise. Maybe I'll pull it. I'll do it here.
That's hilarious. I have a video if you want to flip it, but I don't have.
If you watch the video
I don't have the software
of him throwing the ball and you just flip it, it looks like he's throwing normal, like he barely even tried. For whatever reason, though, it just looks weird because he's throwing left-handed. I don't know, but I could probably even find the tweet because I saw it on a tweet. It was a long time ago. Hold on, I'm gonna look for it.
I'll look for it. Pull up the video that I just put. You can tell me what you think.
Oh, the highlights. Okay.
Tell me if you hear fart noises when you watch him get tackled. It's like his yak is literally just him falling over. He's like, what, 6 foot tall? Yeah, 3 yards. Yep. It's like, man, come on.
All right, I'm pulling it up. Is this from the NFL? No. Okay. I'm not gonna try to get copyright striked. Oh, thanks for sending me the timestamp too, by the way.
You're welcome. I avoided the ad for you.
Sorry.
I know we're not gonna play the audio. Yeah, he doesn't he just doesn't do anything when he runs. He just runs. He'll do like a little move, but it doesn't really.
He gets to the dude that's going to hit him, and he just goes, I'm going to go on the ground now.
And one.
What's the score, MC?
90-66.
Okay, yeah, that's a wrap.
38 seconds left in the game.
Eaton 6. That's fine.
Yeah. But if we go for the Bucks, I'm gonna be so scared.
See, like that right there.
Oh God, what an ugly run!
He took a helmet to the nuts and then just fell over.
Oh, okay. No, I'm a little bit ahead. I was watching the. Let me actually stream it through Discord so you can see it at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, because we can like look up video from everyone if you want to. There's a channel that has all of them.
Okay, you can see my screen now.
Hold on.
Watch stream. Clicking on it.
No. Look in the Discord, MC, because I'm
No,
showing
he
my
is. He's got it.
Stream chat.
in stream
Okay, go
chat.
ahead. Yeah, I got it.
Wait, hold on. Where am I going?
No, okay? So in stream chat, you see where it has Drubitron. It says live.
Yeah.
Okay, so just put the mouse over, or click on his.
Okay, I'm clicking on it. Okay.
And then
You
it
see
should
the
pop
video?
up.
And how do I go on? Click. Yeah, play the video. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
And I also got music now. I'm very excited.
Oh,
Got
you
it.
can hear my music now. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, like that one. It's just so.
I just don't get it.
He just doesn't do anything. He just
He just like ran
makes
him over.
contact.
He barely did anything. He ran over him for 1 yard.
This was such a lazy run, and I mean I get he's there, but he looks like he's trying to move fast, but he's just not.
Yeah, in his head, he was going 100 miles an hour.
Right? Like he just looks so slow there. Very odd.
I think
The best part was he throws the ball down and goes, "Well, I guess that's a touchdown."
Yeah, that's what they call it. What are you gonna say, MC?
No, I was just saying he's going to be like a third, fourth string running back, I believe.
I hope he doesn't make it out of camp. I hope the rookie beats his ass.
He's talking about what's his name? Who just
White.
oh, there you go.
He just drops his shoulder. That's his move. He drops the shoulder and tries to run people over. I will say he does have a knack for finding the hole in the line.
That's why, like, he has a good line on this team. Like, they won the Super Bowl, so I assume it's a good offensive line.
Yeah.
They push, they get him 4 or 5 yards, and then he just goes and finds a hole, and that's it.
But that's what the Mike McDaniel offense. I mean, it's like that zone gap run. So
yeah,
it's the same type of scheme. That's probably why they brought him from the Rams, is because he ran in that offense. It's very similar to the 49ers, which is probably gonna be very similar to what we run.
Yeah.
Almost scoring 100 now. It's 99-70.
Yikes! Oh, they're running it up now. Good. You have to demoralize them at this point. This was a catch. He just drops his shoulder.
Why? He could have cut outside for more instead of.
No. He can't move left to right. He only goes one direction.
He's just a downhill runner.
Yeah.
He did a little juke.
He could have done that. Like he could just. I don't even explain it.
So I was having a feisty argument with Big T, and I was like,
"Did you send him the link, by the way?"
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
I
tried to explain to him why I was so irritated that we signed Sony Michel. And I was like, it's not just because he's a Patriot. It's because I know what that is. Like, I know what this dude is. I watched him for what seems like half a decade or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I told him, pull up the footage of the dude that I wanted them to get. And you can see it's literally the same player, except for he actually knows how to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, you could have literally just had exactly who you wanted if you paid attention for a minute.
Yeah, he doesn't really break tackles or... Oh, that was a nice little move, but... He's not... He doesn't really run people over. He wants to run people over, but he can't. And, maybe that's why he was so good at Alabama, because he could just run everybody over. But in the NFL, you just can't do that. You don't...
You gotta be a little saucy with him.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything spectacular. He's a downhill runner. That's what I said yesterday, too. And, the film kind of shows that. He just
let me grab a link just so, like, for comparison's sake of... Like, we literally could have had this guy for basically free for 4 years. But
who are you talking about?
The guy from Iowa. Hold on.
Hey, what's up, Color? You need my help. I'm here. I'm here for you, buddy. Color's in the chat, MC.
Colors here?
He's in the chat. He's in the Twitch chat.
Know how to get on here?
He's in the Discord. Yeah, he knows how to get on. But
word.
he's probably getting ready for the Fins tailgate. The
That's
stream
true.
tonight.
Yeah. Sorry, Color. I didn't know.
Color, you have no co-host?
I posted a link of White. Let me grab the other one of the guy from Iowa.
Color Drew said he'll be your co-host if you tell him the if you tell people to subscribe or not.
No, Color always gives me shout outs. I don't have to ask him for that. He's always shouting me out. Color, look, I can hop on, but I can hop up. Do you mind that I stream here on my channel while I'm co-hosting with you?
A double.
I do that. I've done that before. That I'm on there.
Ghostbuster stream, man.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so yeah, so guys, we'll do we'll run it here for 10 more minutes because I'll hop over on the Fins tailgate and co-host over there with Color and help him out, and then Color, are you gonna do a panel over there too, Color?
Hey, is this
after the show?
Is this a Twitch comment?
Yeah, he's leaving comments on Twitch.
Okay, got you. Can I do this?
Color. I'll be there. Yeah, Color's gonna do a panel, Nabo. So if you want to hop over on the panel over there too.
Okay.
Gotcha.
He usually does. He'll talk a little bit initially, and then he'll open up the panel. Yeah.
Yeah. I had harsh disagreements with whatever he was talking.
I love Color because he's got very strong opinions, and he sticks to them, but he doesn't ever get offended or like personally attack people. That's why I like
Let's have a conversation.
Exactly, dude. That's why I want to keep that type of vibe here too. Like that's why I want to have Big T here because I want somebody because we all for the most part we kind of agree on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I know Big T comes on and he's going to cause a bunch of mayhem. But he could take it too because he's on Discord and he takes the shots just as much as he gives them.
So the running back that played with Tua in 2018, I know we were talking about it, and I told you Tua needs like this specific kind of running back.
Uh-huh.
In the game in the national championship, he had 300 yards and 5 touchdowns.
300 yards and 5. Who was the running back?
Just to give you an idea.
Who was the running back?
Najee Harris.
Oh,
I'll put a video in there right now.
No shit. I'm still really triggered that we didn't get. I mean, we got Jordan Phillips, Jalen Phillips.
Yeah. So like we can watch highlights or whatever. But,
okay. I know we can obsess over Najee, but would you rather have Najee or would you rather have Jalen Phillips?
Najee.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'd rather have the defensive end than a running back because how many years do you get out of a running back? I mean, when they draft him, you get at least maybe 4 or 5.
It depends on whose legs versus chicken.
Okay, Color, I'll hop over. I'm gonna hop over there now. Hey guys, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut it off, but I'm gonna hop over into the stream with Color.
I'll be on the Fins, the Fins tailgate.
The Tins failgate. The Tins failgate. I love it, dude.
The Fins tailgate. That's what I meant.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna keep my stream up while I'm over there with Color.
How do I just end it?
Hey, just disconnect from here. All right, everybody, hang with me as I get connected over there with Color over at the Fins tailgate. If you don't mind, just bear with me. Be right back.
trip down the field more. If he has time, fires it to the target takes off. He's zooming inside the 15 of the Bears.
I'm gonna be on for a while, Jay, but I'm co-hosting on another stream on YouTube, so I'm not gonna have the same type of leeway. I'm not leading this show. I'm just co-hosting, so bear with me.
How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Tuesday night TMI with your host Color Commentary. Tonk is out tonight. He had some personal matters to attend to, so I'm going to be leading the way tonight. And we got a special co-host that everybody knows sitting to my left, your right, Drubatron. Welcome, Drubatron. How you doing? Before we get you to answer that, I want to remind everybody to like and share, please. Subscribe if you haven't already. Helps out the algorithm. Make sure you're tuning in every Tuesday night for Tonk 7 and TMI. He will be back next Tuesday with me on the as the sidekick. We're going to try to do an open mic also tonight. And then you can catch me with color commentary on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock. Always the great El Capitan every other night at 10. Make sure you're looking at our gear. We got plenty of it. If you need anything from Fanatics, get over there. Use the link in the description below. And appreciate everyone being here tonight. We got MC, California, Andres, love you all, Most, Q, holding down the fort. Jimmy James looks like. Carla, how you doing, Carla? Smooth looks new. Welcome. Yeah. Well, we can get into that probably on open mic. I think the horse has been beat, but that's where we'll really want to talk about it. So for that, we're going to get into a few stories. Ali's in the chat. Shake Money, how you guys doing? I see you. So, Drubatron, thanks for coming in at such short notice, man.
Of course. I'm always here. I'm always here for the boys.
Yeah, well, it's a pretty easygoing show. We talk about a little more off-topic things, off the field stuff, and try to get your takes on a few things. Stories of the day. I'm gonna probably forego tonight because a lot of what I'm bringing you tonight would have been short tidbits through that segment. So we'll just open up the mic a little early for open mic. Oh yeah, and if you're feel free to show us your ugly mug, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the camera going. That's why it kicked me out when I tried to activate my camera for whatever reason.
Oh, gotcha. Probably because Twitch was still grabbing a hold of it, probably.
Maybe.
By the way, normally you can find Drubatron just about every night around 8:30 or so, holding down the Dolphins fort over on Twitch, keeping the talk going over there.
Yeah.
If you guys, for you dual platformists, as well as the people, reminds me to mention people on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you may be watching besides YouTube tonight. Just head over to YouTube, give us a subscribe if you want. Head back over to your favorite platform, watch it from there. We're trying to grow and expand, and subscribing to us on YouTube will certainly help that along. So it looks like everybody's fired up to talk about things that have been going on. Cool. How you doing, Polk? Mr. Polk is in the house. Love seeing you here, buddy. So the first story I want to get onto tonight Oh, yeah, forgot. Shout out to Mr. Ross, our great owner. Everybody loves him. Everybody hates him. Depends on the day of the week.
For real.
Shout out to Mr. Stephen Ross. Happy birthday to our great owner. Look at him right there. Isn't he a great owner? Happy birthday, Mr.
The man,
Ross.
the myth, the legend.
Yep, the man himself. May 10th. He's probably a jigillion years old. You know, there with one of his, good friends.
His best buds.
And colleagues. So shout out to Mr. Stephen Ross. Happy birthday. We love you here at the Fins Tailgate. You've always brought us great football and a great team. Thank you very much. Now quit firing coaches.
Get it together, Stephen.
So anyway, let's get on to the first story of the day. So we got, apparently Mr. Brady has signed a contract with Fox News to be able to, or Fox Sports to start doing color commentary for them as soon as he is, as soon as he's finished his tenure as super quarterback of all time. So Tom Brady's salary details have been released, and it looks like we're, according to SI, the report on SI, Tom Brady and Fox Sports have agreed to a deal that will make the 7-time Super Bowl champion the network's lead NFL analyst following his retirement, Fox announced Tuesday morning. The quarterback's new contract with the network will reportedly be the most lucrative in sports television history. According to Andrew Marchand of the New York Post, Brady has agreed to a 10-year, $375 million contract with Fox, earning him an average of $37.5 million per year.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, we're not just talking about like players anymore, Drew Bertrand. We're talking about, broadcasters. I mean, there's high-paid quarterbacks in the league that don't make $37.5 million a year. What do you think about that?
That's some big boy money. I mean, for sit around in a nice air-conditioned room and talk football, it's not bad. Not a bad.
What's Tony Romo's salary, you think?
It was one of the biggest, right? It's got to be. It's got to be close.
You think it? I mean, this is sight unseen too. I mean, we don't know how Brady's going to sound in the booth. We don't know if people are going to like him. That's a big leap for Fox to make. Yeah, Cap is saying 17 mil or so for Romo. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So he's getting double?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Good for Tommy boy, I guess.
Now Tom does do I noticed from listening to some of the Sunday night games on CBS radio, what was it? The Westwood One network. They he does a pregame or a halftime kind of segment where he does a little bit of analytics on some certain stuff. So, he's not foreign to the booth, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. Shout out to Mr. Brady. So, what happens now with the whole ownership of the Dolphins thing and all of that? I mean, Cap was talking earlier that, he had thought, this could kind of blow up and expand into something even greater with, playing another year, sliding right into ownership. And then,
can you be an owner and also be,
I don't really know. I mean, there has been a few in the past, like Brandon Marshall was a player with the Jets while he was already doing commentary on shows. Like he was on Inside the NFL while he was still contracted with an NFL team. I don't know, but I mean, owner, that's kind of interesting.
Owner, and so he's calling games, right? I presume.
Well, color commentary, like not calling the game play by play, but what Tony Romo does.
Yeah, chiming in.
I mean, and what's Brady trying to do for himself here? I mean, he's really creating a situation where he becomes like a Tom Landry or Vince Lombardi figure.
if I'm being honest, I feel like, if we're comparing Tony Romo and Tom Brady, I feel like Romo's more entertaining than Tom Brady will be. That's just a personal opinion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even know if Brady's going to be entertaining at all.
Could you imagine? He just comes in, he's like super dry. He's just, everybody hates him. I could see it. It's just, Romo's great.
Everybody hates him anyway. So
yeah, it's not a stretch. Everybody loves Romo because he comes in and he's like predicting plays before they happen. Tom Brady could probably do that too.
Well, yeah. I guess his analysis would be great, I guess. But delivery is everything sometimes in anything. There's been a few people you'd think would have been great at that kind of thing, and they just never didn't work out. I don't know. So either case, that's that. That's all. That's what Brady's has going on lately. We got another a little interesting piece here. It seems that our old friend, Mr. Favre, Brett Favre, seems to have found himself in some legal trouble. Reported back yesterday on the 9th. And this is from the Associated Press, posted by SI, from Jackson, Mississippi. And we all know Mississippi is Favre's personal area. So according to the Mississippi Department of Human Services on Monday, they sued retired NFL quarterback Brett Favre and 3 former pro wrestlers, along with several other people and businesses, to try to recover millions of misspent welfare dollars that were intended to help some of the poorest people in the United States.
Yikes.
The lawsuit says the defendants squandered more than $20 million in money from the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families anti-poverty program. The suit was filed less than 2 weeks after a mother and son who ran a nonprofit group and an education company in Mississippi pleaded guilty to state criminal charges tied to the misspending. Nancy New, 69, and Zachary New, 39, agreed to testify against others in what State Auditor Shad White has called Mississippi's largest public corruption case in the past 2 decades. In early 2020, Nancy and Zach, former Mississippi Department of Human Services Executive Director John Davis, and 3 other people were charged in state court, with prosecutors saying welfare money had been misspent on items such as drug rehabilitation in Malibu, California, for former pro wrestler Brett DiBiase. When Cap and I first talked about this, he pulled up a longer form article on it, and it had mentioned the name DiBiase, and I first thought, well, not Ted, but yeah, I think Brett is probably family with Ted, wouldn't he? DiBiase as a wrestling name has to be the same family.
It's not a really common name.
Well, especially in one obscure sector area like that too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So DiBiase is a defendant in the lawsuit filed Monday in Hinds County Circuit Court, as are his father and brother, who were also pro wrestlers, Ted DiBiase Sr. and Teddy DiBiase Jr. $1 million man. That's right. Yikes. Ted DiBiase. Lance is saying that shit been going on for years. Wow. Interesting. This is blowing up a little bigger than I actually thought it was, but yeah, that's interesting. So Ted DiBiase Sr., known as the $1 million man while wrestling, he's a Christian evangelist. And that's where Cap was reading about an evangelist and a motivational speaker. And he ran Heart of David Ministries Incorporated, which received $1.7 million in welfare grant money in 2017 and 18 for mentorship, marketing, and other services, according to the lawsuit. White last year demanded repayment of $77 million of misspent welfare funds from several people and groups, including $1.1 million paid to Brett Favre, who lives in Mississippi. Favre has not been charged with any criminal wrongdoing.
Wow.
White said Favre was paid for speeches but did not show up. Favre has repaid the money, but White said in October that Favre still owed $228,000 in interest. In a Facebook post when he repaid the first $500,000, Favre said he did not know the money he received came from welfare funds. He also said his charity had provided millions of dollars to poor children in Mississippi and Wisconsin. So the rest is minutia, but that's kind of interesting. Looks like a case here of one hand not knowing what the other was doing. Which
That's
we
crazy.
find quite a bit with guys sort of his type that come into money throughout their life and do things and kind of don't really know what people are doing in their own name.
Wow.
So you think we can believe Brett Favre on this one? I mean, I think if he still owes a $250,000 in interest, that'd be a pretty easy check to write for a guy like him doing those jeans commercials and whatnot.
Yeah, just throw him a Wrangler check.
Yeah, or one of those copper fit. Doesn't he do copper fit with Jerry Wright?
Yeah. That stuff that you get at CVS.
So I don't know. What do you think about? I mean, man, why can't people just give the money to the people it's supposed to go to and help people instead of taking all the time?
So I'm curious. So to get this straight, Brett Favre got paid through the church to do like a speaking engagement, is what
right, and that money, I guess, was coming from these misspent funds.
Yikes.
And he never showed up for the speaking events.
So
then it looks even more like, kind of laundered money, like as if that's a vehicle for cleaning money. You know what I mean?
That's super sketch. That's really.
I mean, that's a big spec. I'm not saying that is even a speculation on my part. I'm saying that's what one would speculate.
Mm-hmm.
And there's absolutely no evidence of that. And Favre has vehemently denied any wrongdoing. I guess we'll see how quick he writes that $250,000 check. Lance says it was the foundation that misspent it, not Brett. Brett did a few appearances and paid back the other, if I remember right. Yeah, that's what the report is saying, Lance.
It sounds like. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it isn't necessarily on Brett Favre's hands.
It seems like it's kind of a big nothing burger. It just depends on whether you believe in the best in Brett Favre or not.
At the very worst, or at the very least, it's kind of guilty by association. Just you're involved, so you got to just.
Well, unfortunately, in life, when it comes to money legal issues, it's hard to separate yourself even out of from responsibility at the very least.
Yeah.
But again, he also pointed out how many millions he gives in other ways and helps in other ways. So, I think there's definitely plenty of redeemability there. I don't really, it's just good to know about it. I guess people need to know that these things are going on. It's kind of why we're bringing it, but we'll let people decide. I mean, if you got no other thoughts on it, we can move on to the next story out of the Wisconsin region. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I guess the last thing it is, Jay mentioned in the chat, all these religious men with all this money. It is sad that, there's certain men that take advantage of the kindness of people and the loopholes that some of those institutions provide. But, I'd say don't let the few spoil the many. There's a lot.
Yeah, it's the baby in the bathwater thing, and it's really unfortunate. You know what I mean?
It really is.
And it seems to happen more often than what we would expect be the norm. Is that the money normally goes the places it's supposed to go?
Well, we only hear the bad.
Of course, that's part of it
right?
too. That's a big part of it.
You don't ever hear about
the bad.
The minister that went out and like change an old lady's tire because she got a flat tire.
Right,
I'm not going to hear those stories, but
I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
Hey,
I guess in some respects you could say stealing's money is better than some of the alternatives they've been guilty of. But
Bazinga! Yikes!
Hey, I'm actually trying to speak through the spirit of. I'm trying to actually emulate the spirit of our normal host tonight, Tonk. Because I'm sure that he would take a similar position. But either case, So the next thing we got going on over in Cheese Land is the Packers. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to stir the pot. And it's not me stirring it. It's people that like to read too deep into things that'll stir it for themselves. But according to Madison Williams 4 hours ago over at SI,
I think I'm gonna just wrap up. This
Madison
here
posted
so I can get
an
my
article with a
camera
headline,
going on the other side.
Packers desired trade